I remember to pause that time. Okay, let's wait a second, see if anyone talks. Actually, let's go switch my weapon back to my fire sword. The one time I remember to pause, no one has a conversation. Of course. A matter of export.
Hey, Bryn. Sorry, was lost in thought. It's this scry thing. It's been bothering me.
You said it felt different from the ones you're used to.
Yours was much more intense than any we have, and I need to know why. Have we overused them? I don't think so. Yours is at least as old and clearly has seen good service.
That does seem strange.
Yeah, I went digging through everything I could find about the scries. I'm sure the Eye has records he won't share with me, or anyone, really. But I still found a lead.
A sudden burst of bureaucratic insight.
Yeah, yes, I suppose. Shipping records for scries. There were some set to go out right around the surge.
Exports? To bands like ours?
Probably. Well, that's the problem, though. There's a lot of very specific shorthand on these manifests I just don't understand.
We should talk to Casmin. She lives and breathes shipping logistics.
I was hoping you'd suggest that. I was considering asking her myself, but...
She's a little intimidating.
No, that's Aurea. Casmin just seems busy. Always busy.
The key is to catch her after a nap. Way more relaxed with some sleep. We can talk to her together.
A matter of export. Consult with Casmin about scry shipments. Our scry left quite the impression on Eric. He's convinced that ours somehow works better than the ones he uses with his scouts, and is trying to track down a lead on a shipment of new scries that might never have left the Enclave. Time to talk to our resident shipping expert and see if she has any ideas. You have any talk? You do not. Talk? Anybody got any talk for me? Anybody got any talkie? Avra, you got any talk? Arva? Is it Arva or Av? I never remember.
Hey, Kaz. Arakim has a question.
Is that why you've been lurking around here? Bad habit, you.
Yes. I need some help puzzling out shipping manifests from before the surge.
Scries, secured export, dates. You think some scries never made it past the veil?
Doesn't it usually take some time to figure that kind of thing out?
Yes, but I'm a genius. This is what I do, Bryn. So, we should run these down. The records here aren't complete, though. They don't confirm the shipment.
Any idea how we do that?
This is where Bryn does what she does. Off the top of my head, there's 3 places we should look. Drover's Gate in the lower city is obvious. Logs will be there. Also, I imagine the Bastion would track export of any and all scries, military applications. And we should canvass the Hearthsiders. Maybe someone still alive who worked the caravans. I'd ask the Axel. She'd know who to ask. And we're not welcome in the general populace at Cassidans.
We have that in common. Impressive.
Happy to help.
Okay. No talk for you. No talk for you. So if it's putting it in this order, I'm going to go in this order, because chances are the final place we go to is the one that's going to have the information we need. Let's go to the Axle first. Oh! My back! It's only been... No, it's nearly been 3 hours. No, 2.5 hours. secure the axle. You have some talk for me. We'll wait on that when we start back at the main quest stuff. Matter of export.
I have a strange request.
That's very nice for you, I'm sure. But I have somewhat pressing concerns of my own. If I didn't have a supply shortage, I might be more inclined to hear you out.
I can't continue this side quest until I do the main quest. Love that. If I would have known that, I would have just done the main quest. Don't make a side quest of it. I'm not gonna rant about it. Okay, we'll get back to the main quest. All right, back to a matter of export. I probably should have been at the axle when I started it. Oh, I died to the ice guy. It's like, what do you have to tell me?
Sounds like you've got yourself entangled in a family drama.
Without realizing it, yes.
I feel for Isla. Growing up with a successful parent can be difficult, even in the best of circumstances. And I certainly had the best of circumstances with my mother. Still, it was a lot to live up to.
I'm trying to help her, however I can.
Careful. No one knows the extent of a family's affairs except those inside it. You might be stumbling into something bigger than you realize.
Well, I didn't know that was for story stuff, or else I wouldn't have included it in the side mission. Oh, well. Okay, we can now speak to the Axel and start this mission. Axel.
I recall there was something you wanted, yes? I suppose there's time to tackle it now.
I was hoping you could help me with an investigation. I'm looking for some missing scries.
Have you lost yours somehow?
No, but I have a lead on a shipment that went missing right around the surge. I was hoping you could ask around the Heartsider homesteads to see if anyone was working the caravans when the veil went up.
Ah, and this is related to Arakim making a mess of our records, I assume.
Yes?
Very well. I will ask around as a favor to you, Bryn. Drinks in the annex later.
God, after this day? Yes.
I'm in need of a cold ale myself.
Okay. So we got the records. I didn't get to read them because they were having a conversation. So I guess we're just going to the yard and the bastion. Oh. Drought and an ice tail. Glass tail. This is the yard, right? Yeah. Okay. What are the odds it's in here? None, because it would have marked it already on my map. But we do get a Frost two-hander. And the glass tail is coming down here. Hello. finish your thing, right? Yes. Means I'm good to just kill this guy if I want. If you want to know how to take this one down, if my video isn't already up, you gotta break the crystals. 2 on the back, 1 on each arm, 2 on the tail that you could technically take out at the same time, 2 on the head. Burn its hair. There you go. Oh, my papers are right here. All right, bye. Oh, no, you want to come back? I just wasn't going to chase you. If you want to come back, I'll fight you. But I literally have nothing to gain from fighting you. Drink, drink, drink. If you're just going to keep running, I'm moving on. I'm sorry, I don't chase enemies. And an analysis of power.
Detailed list of all scries exported from the Enclave. Some marked pending.
Perfect for cross-referencing in our little hunt.
I don't chase enemies, man. You want to fight me, I'll fight you. I know I said I wasn't going to chase it, but it's just getting annoying now. Of all the ones I fought, this was the second most annoying to harvest. Because as I said, you gotta break all the crystals, and then you gotta burn its hair off. It's just the hair on the head, just this hair. Now we just gotta go to Lower Denebron. When you don't gotta harvest, man, these things are just pushovers. I've said it before, the hardest thing is keeping them alive. Killing them, that's easy peasy. Head back to base because I've got some level 5 loot that I'm gonna drop off, and then we'll go to the lower. Yeah, that's an annoying thing to watch, to cut 2 loading screens. But I'm gonna do that. What does Dom have for me? Oh. I don't know if that video will be up before this one either, But I've already finished collecting all of that. The Wintertide. Oh, where am I going? Lower Denevron. Ash Peak Drake and clear weather. Drover's Gate. Okay. I'm really enjoying the game. Despite certain bosses, not bosses, certain enemies annoying me, like the Brennig and the Winter's Tide thing, despite those two, I'm enjoying the game. And I'm clarifying that because if you've watched me try to harvest those two, I raged a lot. I don't like getting angry when I play video games. Also, a while back I found this thing that I said was a block of cheese. Apparently that's an Easter egg to the game devs, and there's multiple in the game. I don't know where they're all at, but I guess if I see more yellow blocks of cheese, they're not blocks of cheese, they're yellow bricks. That's the game devs. The developers, yeah. So, well, that's where we're going. I never came over here, though. I figure, why not have a look around? Or did we already get one in Lower Denevron? I don't know where they're all at. I don't know how many there are. All I know is this is an indie company, so... no telling? Is it just you? Of course it was. Oh, and it's the one I can't hurt is the one I didn't throw. Did I hurt you yet? No, you still take 0 damage from me. Why then? Why are you a thing? Got him aggroed on the other thing. I'm still in combat. Oh, you motherfucker. Just fuck off so I can leave. Oh, I can just leave.
Detailed logs of every caravan to move in and out of the city.
Before the surge, the Enclave was a trade hub. This is one part of why they were so successful. Lane and I should be able to parse them quickly enough. See if any scries were due to go out.
Detailed logs, trades, tariffs, bribes, excruciating detail. Can you not climb? Thank you. I'm just going around because I don't want to fight whatever this thing was that I've already forgotten. Oh, it was a dragon. That's what it was. But also because I was hoping I would find another gold brick. Yellow brick. I'll find them all before I finish the game. Hopefully, there's a thing that'll tell you when you're at the end. And then I'll just go out and look for all of them. If I don't find them all in one playthrough. Or in this playthrough. Lane. So I was trying to look to see who else had a quest for me. Oh, and I have to read this. Magical exports. Please don't be billions of paragraphs. It's 5, technically. At the behest of Arakim, a Hearthsider and ally, we delved into the matter of how the Enclave handled export of their rarer constructions. I don't know why I was reading that wrong or weird. Such as the Scries and Airless. While the ultimate goal of our investigation was locating a caravan that we believe never left the Enclave, some additional details and patterns emerged that were worth exploring. Using our recovered caravan and exports logs as a basis, and continuing investigations contingent on the Axel's ascent, we traced an intriguing pattern. The Enclave was scrupulous about balancing their exports between the other nations. If one nation had an excess of enchantments, there would be new favorable deals negotiated with the other nations, often of limited duration to trigger a sense of urgency in the prospective buyers. Similarly, when trade slowed, a powerful nation might be given a nudge through reduced tariffs to continue their escalation of enhanced armaments and augmentations. Furthermore, and seemingly unknown to the Enclave's extensive trade network, all evidence points to a coordinated, delicate escalation in these tactics over time. What's unknown to us is if that was a purely economic plan or if some more deliberate creation of dependency where any nation risking sanction and losing trade ties by threatening the Enclave would be given pause by knowing their neighbors would have a distinct technological edge. If the latter, it would certainly match with initiatives we've seen in attempting to attract the best and brightest in artisans and enchanters to Denevron's halls. Control the innovators, and you will always hold a technical edge. Unless your society is devastated by a magical disaster, that is. But what are the chances of that? Addendum. Aurea has ordered me to note here that the chances of the above are very high. Okay.
I think we can call that as close as we're going to get.
I agree. Good news, Arik. It's likely your caravan didn't leave.
You're sure?
Reasonably. We know which caravan was carrying a sealed case of 2 scries from the Keep records.
There's no log of it departing, and the logs were quite consistent after the surge.
And the Axel had several older drovers who told stories of caravans that lost control of their beasts in the panic. More than a few, sadly, pitched their entire caravan into the newly formed fissure in the lower city.
The runners would have recovered anything that important years ago were it still by the gate.
Suggesting the Scries might have gone over the edge. Bryn, I hate to ask, but
I can take a look. Absolutely.
just be careful. The tangles get thick down there.
Okay, locate the lost caravan in the crevice below the Three Sisters in Lower Denevron. Okay. Got any talk for me involving that?
Something's been bothering me about the loom gates.
You're going to ask how I got to your camp without connecting you to Cassidon's.
Yes. I've been reconnecting all the gates as I discover them.
We developed a way to move through the gates without a permanent connection. When Asylum activated, it severed every loom gate, cut off the Surgeborn, which gave us a huge edge. But the scouts needed to move around without opening paths for them. So, the High Enchanter did their thing.
Is that why the hold's still cut off from the other gates?
It took a lot to convince the Council to even allow a connection here.
Arik, you don't think you could have mentioned that the spindle is the Eye's daughter?
That's her business to share.
Yes, but it would have been nice to know I was helping his daughter rebel against him.
Instead of helping his unrelated colleague undermine him.
Wow. Mean. But fair.
Your intervention definitely had an impact, though. A number of enchanters immediately started pushing for more. More expeditions, more studies of the Surgeborn, you name it. That's the kind of pressure the Eye was hoping to avoid. But I think him blowing up was a misstep. If I had to guess, the Axel started the rumors.
Do you think that's what Isla wanted?
No. She just wants to keep her head down and not have people focus on the I-father thing. And frankly, I get it. If Khan Staneld were my dad, I'd take it to the grave.
Okay. But if I'm walking into any more deadfalls, a heads up would be nice.
I promise. Unless it's someone's private business.
Still have more talk for me, buddy?
My teams have started to deploy with the recovered gear from the Institute. Like a pebble starting a rock slide. Each team's able to clear more, recover more, and with that gear, we send more teams. Only downside is that the Eye's got us on a priority hunt for some really esoteric resources. True to form, he won't tell us why. Just, you'll be informed of the purpose when the time is correct, Arik.
I mean, I'm gonna prioritize the people, yes.
From what I've gathered, your teams were wearing their gear thin. Outfitting them seems more important.
It's bigger than that. There's infrastructure breaking down all around the hold. If the people can't eat, soon enough there won't be anything left to defend. Not that the Eye will care. He'll make sure he has a full plate to the end. Regardless, we'll do the best we can. And thanks to you, we've got a fighting chance now.
God, you have still so much talk. I feel like some of that's going to tie into this next mission, but I don't know. That's why I keep talking to him. We'll save it. We'll save it. We need to get to Lower Denevron, the Three Sisters. It's the same. Still an it's an ash cheek drake. An ash peak drake. The Three Sisters were a set of stairs. On flow, a weathered textbook. Sorry, they look like a glow, and I was thinking it was another one of my chunks of cheese. Oh. You're not aggro to me, right? Of course you are. Fight the dragon for me. Okay, these are the Three Sisters. Down here. Good job, buddy. Cooper's tools. I thought I already read that. Trade in anything perishable. Benefits from delaying a rot as long as possible. Trapper's wraps right here. Excuse me, buddy. How do I get below the three sisters? You know what? Phrasing. That's deserving of phrasing. Oh! Hey! Hey!
Should be close to where the scry carrying caravan might have gone over the edge.
Oh! It went over an edge. I forgot. Oh, that's right. And I have to... Oh! Oh! My character being made of freaking glass again. Okay! She just wants to keep jumping.
Good news, Eric.
I can see. That's quite possibly our lost scries.
How
Will you
did...
be able to retrieve it?
Now that we've identified it, yes.
How did they fit in this? Scries are pretty big. Or is the scry just the screen? She kind of just jumped on her own. Not much I could have done. So grab some resources and take off. Wait. This one. Oh, I thought you were dead. I was like, I hear footsteps. It was just my boy. Yeah, scries are pretty big. Unless it's just the screen, a scry is too big to fit in that box.
I can't believe we actually did it. It's been a pleasure working with your band. If we could match the drive and efficiency you all show, this place would be fixed in months.
All right. I mean, yeah, I'd rather it be me.
I know you've got folks newer at this than me, and they need time to spread their wings. I don't mind pitching in when it's for a good cause.
Entirely true, and entirely appreciated. I'll get the runners on hauling that crate up, and let you know when I know more.
That finishes a matter of
Hey,
export.
Seb. What's your back with Kenrick Stanild? He's slippery.
From what I can tell, he wants to help the Enclave as much as anyone.
Then why is he only starting now, after 2 decades of stagnant leadership?
He didn't have the means before.
What means does he have now? Because he doesn't want my help. Is it you? Are you the means that he didn't have before?